if the relationship really matter, the distance will not mean anything. I've gone on several blind dates. I ask necessary questions. I don't have time for hanky panky. Like, I cannot deal with, let me get to know her for 3 months. What are we doing? Are you mad? Why are you knowing me for 3 months? Like, how? Why? So I really want to know you in your space. ASAP. Like, if you're in a long distance relationship and you don't know if you're going to end up marrying this person, if you're going to, like, a long distance relationship has a time tag. It has a time that is going to come to an end. If you have not, talked it through, if you have not had these serious discussions about your end goal, you don't have a business with long distance relationship. If you are the type that still want to play hard to get, it is not playing. Long distance relationship is not for those that want to play hard to get. Okay, you're going to be gone for this so time. So what are we doing? What is the plan? How long am I going to wait for? What do you want out of this relationship? Real questions. If you're the girl, you don't have the business thinking, oh, I don't want him to feel that I'm desperate. Are you kidding me right now? If you're in a long distance relationship and you were watching this video because you wanted to hear something, you want a second opinion, that relationship is not for you. Flee. Yeah. As in run. That is it. The relationship is not meant for you. If you're in a relationship, you don't need to start going to church and be praying and be fasting before you know that this relationship worth my time. There's this God-given spirit. It is inherent in us. You will feel it in your bones. Like, you don't need anybody to advise you to be in or out of that relationship. Instincts, your intuition, it will tell you if it's worth it. It will tell you, because I've seen people where, I don't know if how can you be in a relationship with somebody and you're still guessing if that person cares about you? That relationship isn't for you. I can tell you that for free. Because when I met my husband, when we started, it was just like, I let down my guard. Hey. Hello guys, welcome to my channel, BA here. And today's discussion is going to be about the truth about my long distance relationship and how I met my husband. Okay. And I don't know if that's a chit chat, pep talk, just want to talk to you guys. And it's actually a requested video because one of my subscriber that has turned to a friend, actually requested for this video because she's actually going through the process of immigration. And she's like, please, can you tell me how you were able to cope during the time that you were waiting for your papers, during the time you're waiting for a date for your interview and what have you. How did you even meet your husband? Bring us into how you met your husband and how you were able to stay strong while you were, waiting for the NVC to call you for interview and all that. I just felt, it's not a big deal. Now I'm here. I can discuss about that. And I'm actually a private person, but I felt since we are here now, there's no point being overly private. I'm still a very private person, but I'm just going to bring you guys into a little bit of my world, just a little bit, Okay, guy, I want you to know that if you're in a long distance relationship, especially if you're waiting for for the NVC to call you for your interview date, you're going through the process of immigration, and then you are there not knowing the time is going to be, waiting endlessly just like I used to wait. I need you to know that whatever you're feeling right now, the frustration you're feeling right now, the loneliness you're feeling right now, the hardship that you're feeling right now is normal. Because long distance relationship is tough. It is the toughest thing of my, I don't think there is anything that is tougher than being in a long distance relationship. Guys, don't mind my shirts. It's just, I look so big right now. I don't think there's anything that is tougher than being in a long distance relationship. It is tough. You're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel frustrated. You're going to feel that, like I always tell people, long distance relationship is not for, it's not a child's play. It's for two adults that are ready to commit into a relationship, that are ready to go into, start up a journey that has a destination. Like I said, a journey that has a destination. You shouldn't be in that long distance relationship if you don't know what you are doing. If you have not, talked it through, if you have not had the serious discussions about your end goal. You don't have a business with long distance relationship if you are the type that still want to play hard to get. It is not playing. Long distance relationship is not for those that want to play hard to get. It is not for players. It is not for people that want to, test the water. Nah, it is for people that want to go into a relationship that will lead to something. Like if you're in a long distance relationship and you don't know if you're going to end up marrying this person, if you're going to, like, a long distance relationship has a time tag. It has a time that is going to come to an end. Like, you don't go into a long distance relationship when you don't know the end result, when it's going to end, when you guys will start coming, will come and live together. Like, you don't have a business with long distance relationship if you do for those that want to play hard to get. In your relationship, you have to have serious discussions, hard discussion, real discussions. Like there is no time to waste time in long distance relationship. You really have to talk about every single thing. That's how it is. You have to talk about everything you won't take it back. That is it. Because this is hard. And if you have to go through, that kind of a hard time with somebody, you really have to know what you're doing. It is hard. It is frustrating. You're going to be lonely. And you really want to know what you're going to be lonely for. There should be end to it. So you have to have this discussion. When are we going to, okay, what if you're watching this video right now and you're in a long distance relationship and you don't know the end result? Pause this video and put a call through. You need to ask the real necessary questions. That's why I said it's not for those that just want to check it. Let's see how it goes. It is not for let's see how it goes, folks. Okay, you're gonna be gone for this so time. So what are we doing? What is the plan? How long am I gonna wait for? What do you want out of this relationship? Real questions. If you're the girl, you don't have a business thinking, oh, I don't want him to feel that I'm desperate. Are you kidding me right now? Feel that you're desperate. Like, if you're in a long distance relationship, why do you feel the need to play hard to get? Why do you feel the need not to ask the necessary questions? Why is anybody feeling desperate though? Like, whether long distance relationship or real physical relationship, you really just have to know the end result of your relationship. You don't have a business being in a relationship that you don't know where and how it's going to end. Like, I've always been like that. I'm so sorry. Like, there's no time to waste time. I value my time so much so that even if I'm spending, I don't see, it shouldn't be. It should be planning your life together ahead. Like, I don't believe in having a relationship just for the fun of it. That's why I'm saying that maybe I'm not the right person to advise anybody about relationship, because I've only had few. So I am not fit and proper to, answer to any query with respect to relationship, how to make it work and what have you. I'm just going to let you know my own experience, my own, truth about what I went through in my long distance relationship. You will know that I got married to a Mr. that is an American citizen, and I was in Nigeria at the time. So it was tough for me. When we started the relationship, it wasn't really so tough because I was single for a long time. And that's the thing. I would rather be single than to be in a relationship with a loser. Some people don't know how to stay single. And that's the thing. I've walked over myself over the years. Like the last video I uploaded. If you haven't gotten to a stage in your life where you can beat your chest and tell yourself, can I date myself? If I date myself, will I be happy? If I date myself, will I have fun? If I date myself, if you haven't gotten to the stage where you can beat your chest that you can date yourself and be happy, maybe you're not worthy enough to be in any relationship. Okay, I've worked on myself over the years because you just have to be the best version of yourself. So I'd rather be alone, building my life, adding value to my own life than to be in a relationship with a loser. I had to stop my last relationship because it was eating on my time. Like, I was that person that doesn't know before now. I said it in my last video. If you want to call somebody, like, I believe that when you're calling somebody, is either you're requesting for something or you want that person to do something for you. That's why I'm saying live every day to be a better version of yourself. This is how I used to be. I'm the person that will pick your call and say to you, how can I help you? I feel that you're calling me for me to help you do something, or you want to get a certain information from me. I don't believe people call to check up and all that. I told you how I called one of my friends one time. She just said, hello, are you doing something in your church? Are you getting married? What is happening? And I said, and that was when I had a change of mind. Like, we actually laugh over it. But she told me the real truth. That, okay, you don't just call. You call when you want to say something, when you want to do something, or you want me to do something for you. I said, okay, all right. But why do people call anyway? So you don't even call to check up. I call to check up on you. Fine that I call sometimes too, and you always come through, but you don't call. I said, okay, all right. We learn every day, but I'm that kind of person. So I took that into my relationship. And I hate when people counting calls for me. That I called yesterday, you hardly calls. I couldn't just phantom having a relationship and struggling with. I love my peace. So I felt, you know what? I think I'm better off single for now. So I had to be single for a long time before I met my husband. So when I was dating my husband, guys, I don't want this video to be too long. When I was dating my husband, because of the fact that I've been used to my daily activities, no relationship, no friendship, just a loner. At the matter of fact, I left my family house, thinking that I wanted my peace, because I want my mommy to be, those my mommy that will be saying, I got married way over 30, and it was like the normal thing for me, but I left my house because of the fact that somebody will come and knock at my door and say, how far? What is that? Like, where your car carry. At the time I said, because of my mommy, I'm leaving this house. Let me say my sister that stays close to, with the excuse that my sister stay close to my office. I left the house. I was staying with my sister for a long time. I never knew, thinking I just, escape mom's ish. My sister is another thing, they will not be calling on my head. Bookie there to another thing, shooting Jade. She won't say. My mama was like, is it that they are not calling you or you decided not to answer? I said, these people, like, we don't belong to the same school of thoughts. Like, I need to work on myself. I need to grow myself. I need to self-develop myself. So I was doing all of that. Though there was no time for me to, maybe I started late, I studied sociology at the time. I wanted law, there was no time for me to. So I needed to make good use of my time. So relationship was the last thing on my head. I had few, and I realized that it wasn't working for me. I just had to. But then while I, took that step backward, I was working on myself. I was being a better person. I was learning so many things. I could remember that I dated somebody that said to me that, why am I feeling like I'm dating a man like myself? He said that to me and I felt some type of way. Like, did he just say that to me? Why did you have to say that? So it's like we wanted the same thing. I want to go out to make money. I want to go out. And that's the same thing you want. We can't want the same thing. We should be able to, I said, okay. Like, the excuse wasn't tenable. And thank God I wasn't angry when he said it, because I wanted to know more. When he said we wanted the same thing, I said, please, you have to excuse me. This is not for me. Like, I hate headache. I love drama-free life. Simply put. So when I met my husband, I was single for a long time. So it wasn't strange for me. Even when we started the relationship later, it was easy for me. Like, I think I had to, make that decision to date my husband. First and foremost was the fact that I have decided to, have that kind of drama-free relationship. So I wanted somebody that would give me, I felt that, oh, since we are not, is there and I'm here, I think this one would work because I don't want issues. You understand? And all my life it was like, I'm used to, like, I'm just one old soul. Forgive me. Like, even right from university days or secondary school days, I've always been a girl that will stand behind my friends and I'll be laughing at what they're doing. They always have a way of amusing me. When they talk, the way they talk and all, all those, I've had times where in secondary school, and I like the way these children plays, like, I just love it. And somebody was like, so what are you? I just love to watch kids. Even while I was a child, I would love to, because they just have a way of making me laugh, they play about very unimportant thing. Their life is stressless and what. And me, I'm just like kind of a deep person. And when you see me talking, is it that I'm talking to a lecturer or a teacher or a senior? Like, it's just always been like that. I don't have things to say to my mates. Like, so it has reflected in my relationship with people, even in my real relationship that I had with. So it's been age gap relationship for me. So dating my husband was actually easy for me because, he's elderly. So, but you won't know because he's a sweet guy. Please. Anyways, like, it was easy for me when we started, but I started feeling this loneliness after marriage. When I was married but living single, I was that vulnerable. People see me as somebody they could just walk up to. The husband is, he's just so crazy. Like, he was tense. Like, the frustration, the loneliness was much. It was worse when I was waiting for NBC to call me for interview. But one thing kept me going, my work. So that's what I'm going to say to you. If you're having a long distance relationship, we don't want to be jobless. As a matter of fact, I don't think long distance relationship is for university babe or university guys. You don't need it. You don't have a business with a long distance relationship if you're still in uni. Unless you are my type of person, because I was already grown up, like I was already aged in uni, so I wasn't even thinking like a uni babe. I was already aged while I was in law school, while I was in law department, so in all of those things, you cannot categorize me as uni babe when I was in uni, kinda. So it was just what it is. If you're in uni, you don't have a business with long distance relationship. Because you have a whole lot of time in your hands, so much so that you will frustrate the other party. Because you just have to be doing something. You have to be working. The time that you have in your long distance relationship, if you are in any, you have to use the time to work on yourself. Build your life. Add values to your life. Don't stop working. Because all of those things will come handy when you're in a long distance relationship, because my work was a saving grace for me. No matter how frustrating it could be sometimes, it's just a rescue for me. Even at that, I was feeling that loneliness after marriage. Before marriage, it wasn't a thing for me. It was my life. I was going to say lonely life, but seriously, it wasn't lonely, but I was used to my space. So I was still this tough. It is not a child's play. It's for people with purpose. And you really have to discuss about your end result even from the beginning. So you won't be sleeping on a bike. Don't play hard to get unnecessarily. Discuss. Even, like I said, whether or not it's a long distance or physical relationship, you really have to be upfront. Like, I've gone on several blind dates. I asked necessary questions. I don't have time for hanky-panky. Like, I cannot deal with, let me get to know her for 3 months. What are we doing? Are you mad? Why are you knowing me for 3 months? Like, how? Why? So I really want to know you in your space. ASAP. If I feel that this is a loser, you are gone. You are a goner. I'm sorry. I don't need to start coming to your house. We are caressing, doing all sorts, because we are dating, all those preliminary, things that you do, men want to do with you. Please, you don't want to have time for all of those things. Go on it. Like I always tell people, I don't believe if you're not 25, you don't have business meeting people on the streets. I'm sorry, I'm deviating. Guy, if you want to talk about something else, you should ask me. But today is about long distance relationship. Let me come back home. Long distance relationship is tough. And you have to have trust for one another. Like, it's just what it is. You just have to trust, period. You have to have that. There should be loyalty. There should be honest. Like, you don't want to. You have to let your partner know your values, your worth. So much so that you won't have to bring him into your world. So that you won't have to be bothering your head as to what's she doing. Oh, she's uploading something on Instagram. Oh, how is she happy without me? How is he happy without me? Bring them into your world. If you're going, like, that was what kept myself and my husband going when we were having this, because we are together now. I'm now with him, thank God. But if you're still out there waiting for you to be together with your spouse or whoever, please, you want to let that person into your world. Let him feel that, things that you would ordinarily feel if you have in that relationship in physical. Let him know your daily activities. Like, I do that a lot. After work today, I'm going to go to. After work today, I'm hanging out with. After work today, I think I need to see a client in. He knows, like, he could literally tell that, oh, Buki should be here. Like, you just have to let that person. And it's the same thing with him. He tells me everything. He was born for a long distance relationship, because before then, I don't know how I was able to, cope with a long distance relationship, because I was at that stage where I was, literally advising people. I really just discourage people. Where's your boyfriend? Even if you're in Lagos and your boyfriend is in Ikorodu, I tell people, you're sitting on a bike, so you're staying here, but your boyfriend is in Ikorodu. How do you guys get to see? Oh, you didn't know what he's doing in Ikorodu. I'm just like that kind of a person. I never knew that I could be in a relationship that not only will the relationship be a long distance from different jurisdictions, it's going to be 1 million miles away, like different country. That's how, that's why, see, never say never, because I've said never to things that I actually did with my husband, that I'm still doing with my husband. It's just what it is. And now I can beat my chest and tell anybody, never say never. I used to say, even if I'm saying Yaba, I cannot be somebody in Okorodu, in the same Lagos, let alone the same country. And the same thing applies to my husband. So he was telling me one time that he was even surprised that he could, even consider a long distance relationship with me. If you're in a long distance relationship and you are second guessing it, maybe that relationship, as a matter of fact, put a stop to it. I'm telling you, if you're second guessing your meaning that it wasn't even meant to be. See, if you are you don't need to start going to church and be praying and be fasting before you know that this relationship worth my time. There's this God-given spirit. It is inherent in us. You will feel it in your bones. Like, you don't need anybody to advise you to be in or out of that relationship. Instincts, your intuition, it will tell you if it's worth it. It will tell you, because I've seen people where, I don't know if how can you be in a relationship with somebody and you're still guessing if that person cares about you? That relationship isn't for you. I can tell you that for free. Because when I met my husband, when we started, it was just like, I let down my guard with no caution, because it was just, I felt it in my bone marrow that I was talking to my own. We were having real discussions. We were having discussions that some guys will tell you, this one, what she was asking herself, she's seeing as if she's desperate. Like, I've never, like, that desperation will be what your man wants to see if you meet your own. Oh, it seems as if this one, all these desperados. Your husband will be looking, your man will be looking for desperado. Everything you say to him will be what he wants to hear per time, if you have met your own. So don't think it. That's why in my last discussion, when he stops calling, move on. Like, Whatever that you don't like about yourself will be what will draw your man to you. He will be drawn to that which you don't like about yourself, those insecurity of yours. That is when you have met. If you are talking to your own, that's how it is. No more, no less. I don't know how to say it because of time. Long distance relationship is hard, and you have to think it through. You have to make this. That's very important life decision. You don't want to waste your time with a loser. It is a lifelong decision. So if you're going to make that kind of decision, you want to know whom you making that decision over. You want to know the kind of relationship you are making a lifetime decision on. You want to know the kind of man that will make you make that kind of decision. Because long distance relationship is in faces. You have to be able to face the face. Because the time will come when you'll be frustrated. I don't know. I just hope you all are sitting around me right now and I'm seeing your face and you are nodding like this. I got you. Yeah, I got that. Like, that's how serious it is. You have to be ready for the face you're going to face in your long distance relationship. It is hard. You'll be frustrated, you'll be lonely, you'll be sad. Everything will mix for you. But it will worth the time if this person you're going through this phases for, it's worthy of you. It's worth the time if you are doing all of this with a right man, with vision and mission, with purpose, with a right woman, with values. You don't want to waste your time being in a long distance relationship with a loser. I don't know how else to say it. That you're feeling lonely right now, peace. You're welcome on board. It is what it is. That you're feeling sad, that you're feeling people are updating their spouse and what have you online and you're feeling alone. Welcome on board, sis. That you're having some, and if you're in a long distance relationship, you don't want to have flimsy issues. You don't want to overflog issues. Like, trash it out. Let out your concerns. And I would talk about the red flag you should look out for in a long distance relationship. If you want a video like this, let me know. You don't want to, tell your concerns. You want to see how he's going to take it. You want to see how she's going to take it. You have to know if this person is into you for real. Because some guys could have all of this lifetime discussion with you, and at your back they're doing something else. You want to know if this guy or this lady, because I don't want it to, is a lady or a guy with purpose and with mission, with vision, and with long distance relationship would have a time where it must end. It's not forever. So you really have to know when it's going to end. You really have to know when you guys will start living together. You really have to know when you would come together and start living as one. So long distance relationship is not for you to test, let's see how it goes. It is not for let's see how it goes, folks. It is for the people two matured minds coming together to commit and work together. Team together. It is a mission. It is a journey with destination. So there is no you shying away from it. I don't want him to feel that I'm liking him too much or he's liking me too much. Bullshit. Say it the way it is. Whatever comes to your head, say it. Don't put anything. You should be like a book. Don't leave any stone untouched. Like, you should have all discussion. Trash it out. Experience you would ordinarily have when it's in a physical or normal. It's normal. I don't want to say normal because long distance is not abnormal. Physical relationship. Let him have all those experience. Like, worship and respect your man. Show him. He's just crazy. Like, I'm that kind of a person that I'm not very expressive. So it was difficult for me. But thank God for the kind of man I marry. Yeah. Because it made it easy for me. And thank God for the, times that I had to stay alone to work on myself. Because I'm that kind of a person that, like I said, when you call, I feel that is either you want to ask for something or you want me to give you something. I don't believe you calling to check up. Like, I don't believe in that. I believe you're calling for a purpose. But now I'm a better person, trust me. So it has affected my relationship. Okay. But it did not affect this one because I had already worked on myself. So much so that I was fit and proper at the time I went into that relationship. It was in my head, it was me that went into that relationship. Like I said, I was going to say something. Like, I felt I'm that kind of person that I feel I'm not expressive. I don't know how to. I can only show love to you by what I do. I don't believe in checking up on. Some people check up on you and they don't necessarily like you. Like, I'm not like that. I'm sorry. I'd rather not check up on you and love you from a distance and care about you for real from a distance. And I've seen people check up on me, but I know they don't like me. I don't need to be told. Like, I have that, maybe because of my instincts. I have that discerning spirit. I'm so sorry. I said that to one of my friends. He said, you've been lucky. Yeah, I've been lucky when it comes to relationship, but I also have this discerning spirit. So much so that that's very aggressive discerning spirit. If you're talking to me, if you're not into me, I hear that inner voice. Like, I'm sorry. If you're telling me you love me, I know if you're just playing with my head. So I've not really fall prey in my world. Like, I thought no, I will know. Even girlfriend's relationship. I know if you really do care about me. I don't take bullshit. Like, that's why sometimes I'm a very soft person. I'm a very emotional person. But sometimes, people think I'm a very tough person. Because before you even come with nonsense, I've seen you finish. Some of you say you might be wrong. I've never been so wrong. I've tested it. It's tested and proven. Like, it's crazy. That's why when I met my husband, every word from his mouth means word to me. Means, I could hold it in my hands. If he says to me that you are a God sent, like, you are a blessing from God. I don't know what I did right, but God just wanted to bless me with you. When he says those things, it comes to me like physical, like I could hold his words. I could feel it in my bone marrow. And those are not words that I've not heard before. I've heard those words 1,000 times. I just laugh over it. When you love me, I'm going like, I have an issue when people say I love you. I'm like, people see me as a very strong girl, but it's not like being strong. It's because I could feel the fakeness and the love people profess. So people see, how can I get into this girl? You can only get into me by being real. Period. Fake people is like, I don't know. I always see, like, I can see from within you. I'm telling you, I can see from within you. No, it's not being God. It's just instinct. It's not like I could hear you say evil things about me, but I could see that it doesn't come real. Like, that's why I don't know why people fall prey into a relationship that is not real. Like, we have this inherent spirits as human beings. If you listen to your inner voice, you will know. You will feel it. You will hear it. If somebody is saying hey and it meant be, if you are calm enough, if you're not deceiving yourself, if you're not looking out for excuses for people, if you're real and if you're sincere, you will see these things play out. If somebody is telling you hey and it meant be, you will know. But sometimes we know, we just it's nothing. It's my head. It's my mind. My head is playing with me. Your head is not playing with you. The God-given spirit in you is telling you something, and it's not that very aggressive. He says it and it goes. I don't think, it's just a dream. It's nothing. Take things seriously. Don't just walk past things. And that's how I've been. That's why I told somebody I've not been heartbroken before. The person that you have been lucky. I don't know why people are not, like, why? Like, calm down. You will see these things. You will see fake guys. It's always written, like boldly written on their forehead. How come people don't get to see it? I see these things. Sorry. It's just what it is. I see these things. So it has helped me over the years that, I don't fall prey. Like, I just look at you. But everything my husband said to me was real. I could feel it. The first time he said, I really like you. Like, I had these goose pimples. Like, I could feel it. Like, this guy really do like me. When he said, I love you, you are like a blessing to me. You are like, his words to me. If I say, when I was going for my interview at the embassy, I was trying to print out our conversation. It was so very... And I was trying to print it out so that I could take it to the interview center in case they ask, just to show evidence of our relationship when we started. I was reading some messages. I said, when I was reading it, I was loving him again. Like, he has, and he wasn't playing with those words. He meant it. Of course, he meant it. Even before I said yes to him, even before I said, okay, let's see how it goes, I could feel his sincerity. I could feel it. I could feel his heart. I fell in love with his heart. He wanted me by all means. I could see it. It meant well for me. I could feel the love. I could hold it. So if you're in a relationship and you're second guessing it, please run. I got married way over 30. I did not die. Because I've seen 27, 28 being desperate in a relationship. And let me shoot my shot. He stopped calling me. Maybe because I did. Maybe because... No. Your man, all those maybe because would draw him close to you. Don't be scared. Like, what will be, will be. I said I hate that word. Sometimes what will be will not be. If you don't... But then again, you have to be smart. This is why you have to be very close to your God. You have to be prayerful. You have to ask God to order your steps such that you walk in the right place at the right time. Now, I've told God once that I'm not an outgoing person. God, you already know. Forget this face. You already know me. But please, wherever my husband is, let me be inside Sockaway. Let him come and drag me out from there. Because I'm not going to be all over the place. I had that word and I told God what I wanted to feel. I felt it with my man. I felt it with my sugar daddy. It was just what it is. It was just, we have this huge age bracket, but it doesn't really matter to me. Especially if you're in a relationship with a man that has already gotten married before. That is another different ball game on its own. Because this guy has lived his life, he has seen finish. My husband has seen finish. So I am a learner wherever he is. So you want to know how you can meet him, on a leveled ground. So that you won't be sounding like a broken record sometimes. Sometimes I know that I get to sound like a broken record to him. But then it is what it is. I always tell him that it is. You saw your age mates there, not going to marry. It's, but then that's on a, on a lighter mode. But it is just what it is. You will know. If distance, don't settle because of distance. Don't. If that relationship worth it, if you could feel it, please go for it. But and I always say to people, if it's avoidable, avoid it. If the relationship really matter, the distance will not mean anything. Long distance relationship is far. If you are there, you're still going through the process of immigration, or you're dating somebody is long distance relationship, just know that every of your concern now, every of your feeling now is tenable. It is expected. It is normal. But the question is, are you going through all of this with a right man, the right woman? With a man of purpose, with a man that is ready to commit, or a woman that is ready to commit into a relationship that will lead to something. A man that you are very unapologetical when it comes to expressing yourself. That is not making you to second guess. Should I say it? Should I not say it? If I say it, how is it going to feel? How am I going to feel? Is it going to feel bad? I don't want to I'll spoil my relationship. I don't want... If you're going through those things in your head, please, you might want to recheck the person you're in a relationship with. If you're in a relationship where you struggle as to, I called him yesterday, I called him the day before yesterday, he hasn't called. If you're still very concerned about the fact that you are giving too much, check that relationship. Maybe it's not meant to be. There is every likelihood that that relationship isn't the right relationship for you in the first place. If you're in the right relationship, like I told you, I wasn't big on communication. But communication was, sometimes we talk and we sleep off. All night we sleep together. I don't know. It was when I got here that I've been trying to wrap my head over it. That how have you been doing it? Looking at your schedule and everything. It created so much time for me. We are always talking. If we are not chatting. I said I met in January 2018. Till this, maybe now that we're staying together, we were talking every day. When I was about to print out our conversation, I couldn't print out everything. I said, Naji. It was how many pages? Maybe 5,000. Because we were talking every day from January 2018 till till November 2020. Every day. Chat, video call. Thank you. I don't even know how people cope. Was there any long distance relationship, before social media? Because I don't know how they cope. Is it by writing letters? Oh God, people would have missed their husband. But it's so crazy that we talk every day. I don't know how it created that time, because I'm not just unknowingly it trained me on communication. I could pick my phone and call him, just checking up on you. What are you doing? Oh, you didn't tell me again. Oh, I told you, all of these things. I wasn't like that before. I will expect when you call, I pick. Do you understand? When you give, I take. When you say give and take in both sides. When you give, me, I take. That's what. But then, one thing, I could be generous with my money. I could be generous in relationship. Money is not anything. You can waste my money. You can take my money. You can do all of that. But you cannot waste my time. I am big on time. Like, I don't play with time. Time to me is life. So when you are playing with my time, you are playing with my life. And I talk to you as if I don't wait for people. Like, I'm sorry. I hate. Seldomly will you give me an appointment and I'll be late to the appointment. But when you come late to the appointment, I've gone on the blind dates before. But I asked, like, you're late. I've got a blind date before that I left. I got there, I waited for 10 minutes. I didn't see you. I left. When you play with my time, it's like playing with my life. I'm having problem as to where is the view. Okay. When you play with my time, it's like you're playing with my life. And I would deal with it as such. Like, I talk to you like, don't do it. Next time, don't call me when you know you don't have. Don't play with my time. I can give you my money and you can do whatever you want to do with it. But my time is valuable to me. So I don't waste my time on any nonsense. Because I always check it. Like, I give account of my time. What did I do today? What did I achieve today? How did I... Like, it's just like my default mode. It's crazy. People call it brash. People call it... It's so harsh. Calm down. If you don't know me, you think I'm a very harsh person. But if you know me, you know I'm a very soft person. But it's just that I have limitations. Like, I'm sorry. I could flare up on you trying to, get on my nerves by wasting my time. I hate bullshit. And I feel everybody should. But I don't know why some people laugh when they are meant to cry and cry when they're meant to laugh. I don't know how to do it. If I want to cry, I cry. If I want to laugh, I laugh. I don't know how to laugh when I'm meant to cry. So some people will tell you, Brianna, you have to learn how to. I am sorry. Maybe because that's why I married the man I married. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it. I've tried it. It didn't come out well. It didn't feel well to me. It didn't feel good to me. So that's it. So that's what I'm saying. If you are second guessing it, maybe you want to check it. Value your time. And it's not about distant relationship. In all relationships, I feel so. But because the real relationship I've had, like this feels like my one and only relationship. Seriously, because this is the only relationship, my marriage, my relationship that led to this marriage was the only relationship I felt Like, I was in a relationship, we were having real discussions. Like, we were team. We were like, we are still team. Like, it was the only relationship I felt. So it was like my first relationship ever. Real first relationship. Every other ones was a bullshit. And I want to say thank you to all those relationships. Like, it's just what it is. Like, I'm happy here. This is where I am meant to be. This is the place for me. Like, I'm so happy. It was that long distance. It was crazy, but it created communication. We were big on it. Trust. He trusted me. Like, I asked him one time that you were not even worried that I could be, cheating on you and all that. I said, no, I know you. And that felt good. I said, really? So you know me this well? I told you I went on a date and somebody said, yeah, I want a married woman. So people just judge you by the way you look. But this is the man for me. He could feel me from within. Like, he knows the kind of person I am. And he said it. And I know. People have said it to me. Are you not concerned that your guy can... so people will deliberately start some discussions when you know that they know you are having distance relationship. That's what you're doing. They would make the topic of the day about people that are going into distance relationship. They just want to just make you feel some type of way. Some people don't just like the fact that you're happy. They just want to put some sadness. And if you allow it, I have told you in my last video, be the reason for your own happiness. Don't put it in someone else's hand because they're going to mess you up. Be the reason for your own happiness. Just be very unapologetical. I say that a lot. People are just there, default mode. People just want to see you sad. Some people just want to, when you are alone, they just feel like, I was telling my husband one time that, when people are just funny. Maybe the way we're, I don't know, like, I just feel so different from human beings. Like, it's so crazy. Not different from human beings, but I realize that people are sad when you are happy. People are happy when you're sad. I don't know how that works. Is it like, it's like I just started living this life because I've been seeing things lately. So people just, when you are not happy, they seem like they're not happy too. They want you to be happy. And they'll be giving you suggestions on how you can be happy and what have you. And when you are now happy, they are sad. This life is not balanced. That's what I will conclude, because one of my friends used to say it. This life is not balanced. People are funny. People are evil. The heart of man is desperately wicked. That's what the Bible says. So you don't want to allow anybody in your space. Fine. Some people, I'm not saying you be in a relationship where, if you're in a relationship where you have to check yourself, because I check myself a lot. When I do something, sometimes I will tell people, see what I did. Is it okay? Is it not okay? Like, I don't know how to be in a relationship and be quiet. When I started with my husband, I was very quiet about it because it was long distance. I don't want people to know about it, So I was just being... So when I realized that this is real, so I started telling my sisters and what have you. So I let people know that I'm seeing somebody, I'm talking to somebody. Where is the person? You have not seen the person. Okay. There's this notion that people just give you that vibe that I just hope it would work. All those that kind of vibe. But when people just don't, it's just crazy. People are not happy when you're happy. People just make you feel, it is just what it is. I said to myself, I'll be writing things down, but it is just what it is. When I'll be writing stuff down so that I can get it. Sometimes I want to say something, just skips my mind. So I didn't tell anybody about my relationship until it felt serious, until I could feel it in my bone marrow that this is real. So I started telling people. And people were quite shocked when I got engaged. Like, you have not been dating, so you've been lying. So people just feel that she'll be doing fake life. Now she's married. So the husband just came from nowhere. They didn't even know that, I only met my husband once. And the second time I met my husband physically was my introduction day. Story for another time. I met him only once, and the next time we met was the day we were doing our family introduction. So people don't know. They felt maybe I was in a very and the reason why I had to let men feel entitled to your body when you're in a relationship. It's crazy. I don't know where they got that from. So why not rather just be single than having somebody, it's always very irritating and all that. So I decided to no way. If you understand what I'm saying. Then when I met my husband, when we talked, when I decided, it was easy for me to say yes to him because I know that, I won't have issues with come to my house all of this. I'm dating somebody you cannot even visit. I'm dating somebody you cannot even sleep over. So it was easy for me to say, okay, because I know that, okay, we're going to date for real. My own definition of dating. Without, loving me because of, oh, she's this. I've heard people loving their girlfriend because of the most bizarre things. You have to, if you could love somebody from a distance, if you guys eventually start staying together, you'll be a force. You'll be unshakable. You'll be unmovable. You know what it means to really love somebody without any strange things attached to it? It was real with my sugar daddy. It was real. I'm so sorry. It was real. I felt it. It wasn't because of anything. Relationship with no, strange things attached. You know what I'm saying? It was real. And I could feel his love for me. I could feel his heartbeat. He could feel mine, because he always said, I was at that stage with him. When I fell in love with him, it was like my world. Like, I felt what I've never felt. When people say that, I don't know how it feels, love. Mine wasn't that kind of Romeo and Juliet. It was real love with purpose, love with mission, love with sincerity, loyalty, honesty. That is still the kind of love. So it was good. It was like, go for it kind of a relationship for me, because no issue, I could keep myself. I could pamper myself. No struggle as to, we want the same. It's like, I'm dating a man. How can I be dating somebody that will not come on my weekend and wash my clothes? How can I want dating someone that will not cook for me? Why? Like, what? Are you mad? Why would I cook for you? Like, when? Since when? You cannot wash my clothes. Even when some people struggle to do that, all of that, at the end of the day, the relationship would be like, it's always an exercise in futility. Why not rather be single until you meet that man that will make you feel worthy, that will make you feel this love from a good place? Everything he said to me when we were dating was from a good place. His words were just checking. Everything checked with him. Everything. So when you're in a long distance relationship, you really have to check. Honesty, check. Loyalty, check. Communication, check. Growth, like discussions as to real discuss, check everything. Check communication, check. Those are the things that you shouldn't play with. That you're gonna feel lonely, that you're gonna feel alone, that's just, it comes with long distance relationship. Take it. It is yours. That you're gonna be lonely, that you're gonna be sad. Are your plans for us? All of those discussions. If you haven't, please, once you're done watching this video, put a call through. Put everything on a table. You guys should trash it out. What the end result of your relationship? When are we gonna, when is it gonna end? When is this long distance kind of a thing, loneliness, gonna end? Okay, why? What is the purpose of this relationship? What is the end result of this relationship? When is the journey gonna end? Where are you taking me to? How do you feel about me? How do you feel about yourself? Are you all enough? Are you happy with yourself? I just hope, some people go into relationship for flimsy reasons, because they're not just happy. You just want somebody to make them happy. Maybe you're not worthy to be in that relationship. Just know him in his space. Like, is he happy? Is she happy? Like, are you two happy individuals? Are you complete? You don't need any man to complete you. You just need somebody to complement you. Is he complete on his own? Is he like, all of those things, check before you can make this lifelong decision. So guys, that's about, okay, I was saying I wanted to talk about how I met my husband, but I'm sorry. If you want me to talk about how we met and how we were able to, how we got here, let me know in the comment section. Okay, because this video is already long. Okay, so I won't be able to talk about, how we met, but I intend to, if it's requested, because this is actually requested. Both actually, but if you still want me to talk about things like this, let me know in the comment section, and I would readily obliged. Okay, so guys, if you're in that relationship and your mind is saying go for it, go for it. Okay, that you're feeling lonely, that you're feeling some type of way, like I said, long distance relationship is tough. It is for the purposeful individuals, for adults to, able adults coming together to commit. It is not a child's play. So take it from me. You can take this from me. Like I said, I'm not the best person to advise you as far as relationship, because you can only give what you have. You can't give what you don't have. This, I've experienced it, and I can tell you categorically. But every other word about relationship, you can make it well, you can make him love you, I don't know. But I can tell you what I did for my, for my man to tell me that you is such a blessing to me. I was just being myself. Okay, but to tell you the trick, to, I might not be able to do that, but this I'm able to do, because I'm just a product of my experience, and I'll tell you for free that long distance relationship is tough. It is. If it is avoidable, please avoid it. I think that's all for now. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, what are you waiting for? If you want tips, like this, let me know in the comment section. And if you're yet to subscribe now. It is free. I said let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's get to it. We can do it. Okay, share with your friend. Share, and tell your friends to share. Tell them to like, subscribe. Click on the notification button. With that, you get to be notified when I upload tips like this. Okay, I can't believe. Okay, 1 minute. All right, so guys, I'll see you in my next. Subscribe to my channel. Bye for now. Bye.